Hello YouTube, my name is Ewan and today I'll be showing you how to make a TARDIS in vanilla Minecraft. So you're going to need some command blocks, which I'll show you in a second. I'll show you how to get, well, if you don't know. It's actually quite simple to make. There will be a link over there where my mouse was earlier, where the finished project is going to be. So let's get started. Let me just spawn in the command block. What you need to do, you need to do /give, then your name, command, and then one of those weird bottom line things, block, not one of these ones, command block, and it will give you a command block. Then what you do, you go down into the ground and make your TARDIS console. Make sure it's far down into the ground so that nobody will be able to find it and you don't accidentally dig into it. Okay, is that far? Yeah, that's far enough. Okay, so I'll be back in a second, and here it is. Okay, so this is what my finished TARDIS console looks like. It doesn't have to look like the one off Doctor Who. I mean, it would if it had the Doctor Who texture pack, but I don't know how to get that. So it's totally customizable, but one of the main things is you need to make sure it has light in it so that mobs don't start spawning in your TARDIS and start destroying it, because that would be a bad thing if you come back to your TARDIS and there's nothing to come back to. So I'm going to put some lights in and I'm going to get started on the actual console. There we go, lights are in. So, starting on the console, oh yeah, I need to go up and fill this hole. You need to make sure that there's no open holes so that nobody will find your TARDIS. Put down this glass block, there we go, okay. Okay, so making the console. Now this is going to be an important thing to make, because you'll need the coordinates and it will have all the command blocks for teleporting you to your other TARDISes. Okay, so I've just got the coordinates for my TARDIS by pressing F3, and you'll need to press that and write it down. So I'm going to make my console. I'm going to use emeralds like I did with my original TARDIS, because I think it looks good like that. So it would be best if you put it in the middle somewhere, or at least vaguely in the middle, so that it doesn't get in the way or it doesn't get stuck in corners. It's unfortunate that I don't have, you know, my thing it hasn't really got a middle. It's one of those type of things. So yeah, if you want to actually use the Doctor Who look and have the big long pillar like Matt Smith and David Tennant, and I don't know if nine-handed, but oh well, don't use iron bars because they look really bad, but if you have a texture pack and they look good, fine, use them. I prefer to use glass panes. I mean, now with all the different colours of glass panes, there's loads of different options, but I like to keep it with the plain. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and find another place for one of our TARDISes. Okay, so here we go, we're going to find another place. Okay. Right, let's go. It's gonna get a bit weird for a second. Okay, here we go. So there's not just going to be one TARDIS. Wait, let me turn it today. It's getting dark. There's going to be lots of different ones. The TARDIS isn't actually going to travel. It's going to be you who's travelling. You'll be teleporting from TARDIS to TARDIS. Okay, this looks like a nice place. So we put the command block down here, get the coordinates and put it down, write down the coordinates. Make sure you write down the coordinates, because then you can go into the console and direct it so that you'll be able to go to that TARDIS. So we put the command block down there, right click it, /TP space @P, and then you use your TARDIS console coordinates. So I'll just write down now 8.5493 space 281.000 minus 6.99095. Okay, there we go. So you've written down the coordinates. Now what I like to do to make it look more like a police box, again no texture pack, but it will if you have the texture pack, because my friend Dan on Atom Bomb Art, he has it. So you're going to need some doors and a pressure plate and a slab. You're going to need to stand on the command block and put the doors facing inwards. So 3 iron doors and 1 wooden door so that you can get in normally. And then what you do now, you go up, land on top of one of the doors, put a quartz slab there, and then put a quartz slab there, delete the other quartz slab. And so that looks like an actual TARDIS. Now to make it work, you have to hold shift, hold shift and put down the pressure plate, and there you go. Now that actually works. Now you need to do it for here. So you're going to put the command block underneath the console unit, do the same thing, TP at P, but then use the coordinates that you used for the TARDIS. Not for the console, but for the one you were just in. Use that. There you go. Okay, so you put in the coordinates. Now you're going to want to cover that up and put a lever on top of it. So when you click the lever, it should work. There we go. So there we go, the TARDIS works now. But if you want to travel in time, then it's best to use the commands time set and time add. So I'm going to go over here. It can be anywhere you want, but I like to use it on a wall. What you're going to do, you're going to put some command blocks into the wall with the commands time set day, time set night, or time add. Here we go. So you do slash time set day. It's an easy command, and for night it's slash time set night. But if you want it to be midday, then you can use slash time set 1800, because you can use numbers for it as well. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to cover that up the wall, so in case gold, and then put a lever on the top of the gold like this. Then put the lever down. Give it a quick test. Yeah, time add works. I don't know if there's a time minus command, but I do try that, but I really do not know how to use it. But so, if you see it in the chat, it says added 1800 to the time, so those work. What I'm going to do now, this is just me fooling around with the time set thing, time takeaway. Okay, so if I could stop fooling around for a second. Ewan, if I could stop fooling around for a second. There we go. So you do slash weather if you want to do clear weather, and slash weather rain if you want to do rain weather, like rain. And there's also slash weather thunderstorm. So that's what it says on the tin. So if you everything works now, so when you go out it will be rainy, or if you're in a snow biome it will be snowy, and the time thing works. So what I like to do, to have the time thing, I like to get an item frame and put a clock in it, because you can see the clock changing, and I just think it's a nice, nice little effect. So, and I put it like this, so you put it directly in all of the levers. Well, not in the levers, but in the middle of the levers. You know what I mean, you're watching the video. So if we go here now, it's dark, it's snowing, and the TARDIS. Okay, so that's a tutorial on how to make a TARDIS in Minecraft, in vanilla Minecraft. I hope you enjoyed watching, and thank you, and goodbye. Like, comment, and subscribe.